played this game, we were in our race, and we did get one shiny, but that was it really. We didn't really have a great day all round. So today we're going to go and fight Volo, I think. How are you, Kim and Corey? How are you both? I know it's nice and late / early for you, Corey, and a wild Charmeleon too. What did we keep in our boxes? That is the question. I know we need to go and get a shiny stone. That is what we need to do. And then we'll face our friend Volo. Who else is one of my team members? I've actually forgotten. It's definitely these four. Magnemite is just here because I was trying to do some of the deck stuff. Goodra was one we were using. Yeah, we must have been because it's got a lot of stuff. So yeah. Yes, Kim. I bet you are excited for the laptop. I can't take Cresselia. I really can't. Yeah, we'll worry about that in a minute, but we'll do it eventually. But I'm good, thank you, Kim. Now, just getting ready for this, and there is a Mr. Belgium. How is Mr. Belgium? How did all of your many DAs go last night? What don't we need? Stuff and things. Stuff and things. And we got lots of money, didn't we, last time? Is this a bag I found or a bag I lost? It's a bag I lost, because I must have died. Of course I did. Definitely died. Definitely. You're going for Celebi today. Okay. We know that you're after all of the mythicals. But I guess we're going to go and have a little look around the map. Maybe trigger the Volo stuff. Oh, now I get the mass outbreak at Cornet Highlands when the race is over. Shall we trigger this? No, we're going to go here first. That seems like the sensible plan. So Kim, is the laptop more for watching the streams or trying to stream through? If that makes sense. Let's go do these. Let's have a little peek, see what is over here. It is bears. Bears. We don't need bears. Bears are scary. We'll go down to here. No! Hello RJ, welcome in. Well, I keep forgetting I can fly. No worries. Let's see, what is the first thing? What's this? Badoo? No, bonsai. Do we have bonsai done? Are you complete? No, because we've never caught one of you. That's going to change. Get 'em all. Get 'em all. It's actually, is this a food one? This feels like it should be a food one, right? There's one left at least. What else do you need to do to the bonsai? Oh no, we would have got enough for this. We can leave it alone. Is this a fancy outbreak? Not really. Okay, just... Oh, we'll leave. We'll leave. We don't need to worry about it. We'll go and check these two out and carry on. Get back to the deer. What are you? Oh, you're Rhydons. We definitely don't need you. And we know one is in the Licky Tongue spot. So let's head up there. It's not a bad spot to go to. What do we get? Anything? More Rhydons, of course. We also need to get bags because I need the shiny stone to get myself a Togekiss or evolve my Toad, whatever it's called. Where is this bag? Am I imagining it? How could you even die here? Where is it? Where is it? A little bit more this way. Is it there? There we go. Right. We'll just fly down to this one. Why not? It is a laptop. I don't know. I don't think so. How are we for Yan Megas? Not very good. But I've been spotted. That one might count. Well, that one's an angry one. Is there a stun feature on this that I've got to do? Yes. Fire. I'm assuming it was probably you. If I'm honest, I don't see anything on my end. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Run! Run! Never wanted a Yamega anyway. We'll go and check this one out. Then there is a bag over there. No, nothing on my end seems to show anything going wrong. So I am assuming it's going to be your end. I don't know why. But hopefully it's fixed. As for everything that you've got, Kim, when it comes to technology, I don't really know if that's good, bad, or what. If I'm honest. So yeah, but I hope you do enjoy it and you get what you want out of it. I know you've wanted it so you can at least watch or use OBS when you're streaming instead of just having to watch on like your phone. That's been like one of the main goals, isn't it? From what I remember. Yeah, but when you're doing the gaming side, with your capture card, it'll be relatively smooth now. So that's the good thing. Which is, as we said, that's what you were aiming for with what you were doing with all of the saving up for the laptop, wasn't it? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Hi, Cricketoon. Where am I going? Wait. Yeah, I am going the right way to this bag. Is it up here? Did you somehow die here? Wow. People die in the strangest places in this game. I know there is another one there, but we'll get that one later when we come back round to the map. Like, if I was to try and game on these laptops, let's face it, it doesn't work. So, there was one... Yeah. That's the thing you've got to remember. Sometimes it's about what you need it for, and you've got, like, the newest Xbox, haven't you? So you're going to do most of your proper gaming through your Xbox anyway, so you just want it for the recording side, really. What is this? What are you? What is this outbreak? Oh, it's actually here, isn't it? Groddles. And the last one. Actually, there's still another one left that we haven't done. Well, the editing might take a little bit longer, but it's a learning curve, isn't it, what you want to do? Like, I know that editing is horrible. I'm not very good at it, let's be honest. I just work with what I can and see where we end up, to be honest. Sometimes my stuff is good, sometimes it's not good. Let's put it that way. Hello, Cheerio. Welcome in. How are you today? I'm stuck with CapCut till I can get... Hey, don't worry, I use Clipchamp, I think it's called. The Microsoft one. I don't use any of the fancy software yet. Most of it's just a bit overwhelming for me. Oh, there's a shiny troll. I can tell it's just too loud. It's just too loud. I need to really lower it down. I am good, thank you, Shirio. But, how's you? I hope you are feeling much better. And back to the bubbly self. So we'll expect more Kim streams now then. That is a shiny though, and it was the same type you just did it with. And I put it in the wrong ball. Wow. That's not good. That I don't know if it's count that as a shiny fail or not. It didn't work, so I put it in the wrong ball. I wanted them all in heavy balls. Oh, it's a cool mon, it's just I put it in the wrong ball. I was really looking to keep everything in one. That was the plan for this challenge. But never mind. Never mind. We're going to check the unknowns. We'll keep it for now. The main reason we're doing a lot of the bag work is because I want to get the shiny stone and I'm a little bit short on funds for it. But we'll see. We'll decide whether we're going to count Yanma. But does anybody want to think of a chocolate-based nickname for it? There's got to be a lot that are like a bluey colour. We've got a few used, so we'll remember to take them off the list. But we've always have to check the unknowns. But as we say, chocolate-based nicknames: Jaffa Cake, the Yanma. No unknowns. Okay. We will head back then. We're going to take our photo with our Yanma then. We will take the photo. We'll keep it for now. I bet the comedy of this is I don't have Yanma remotely complete. Almost 7 months. That's how long we've been going. Who would have thought that? Well, we haven't got Pseudo Wudo done. That's not good. And Kim's right up there too. Myanmar. The best thing is I can actually update the layout properly because I've got all of the Gen 1 and 2 sprites. And 3. I just finished the 3. I'm guessing that's going to be a clip. Or something else. I'm not sure. Just got a shiny Sandshrew. Lovely, Corey. Let's check our money. See whether we do have enough. We should have enough now to get a shiny stone. That is good. So the total is now 21. 21. We'll keep the Yanma. Why not? And the Carcoal's the one that's going away. Sadly. So we sort of rotate the pictures round. Where is it? Where is it? Sprites. Sprites, and not that sprite. Yanma Generation 2, I want to say. Because it's pretty forgettable in Generation 2 because it's so rare. Right, lost and found. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm slowly downloading everything into like a OneDrive folder. Yeah. Well, that'll do. Basically. Okay, why didn't you, like, there we are. There is Yanma. Okay, what have I missed? It's just lots of people looking at watch times and stuff, right? So, Kim has nearly watched a day. Oh, well, thank you for the clip. I will have a look a little bit later. What is going on? There's so much going on. How many losses will it take? I don't know yet. I don't actually know if I'm ready. But thank you for all of the time in the followage. And the clip. We did just get a shiny Corey. No, ironically. We have this blue thing. Which we're going to put here, I guess. Change name. And it's going to be called Jaffa Cake. That is the name. That was selected by chat. Why not? It is a chocolate-based treat. Not a very nice one. It does look better in there, but I would rather catch more in this game than some of the things that are in the other versions. Because let's face it, there's only about 200 odd to get, isn't there? So, did I for you? I would probably say if and about. I can't say for sure because in the past I've tried doing odd little sessions of streaming over like 2 or 3 years ago. That when I first did the proper challenge here, it's probably about then. That was early to mid-December when we started. And we'll go and get a photo. As we always do, we have photos with our team. We're going to see what grit we have because I don't actually have a full team yet. Let's see. Yanma. And is Yanma a gender difference? That is the next question. I should probably check. Where are you? I will tidy up this box a little bit more. I've kind of just been sort of filtering it down. This one seems like it probably works better just with a black background. And that is good. We don't change the lenses anymore because they're all rubbish. It doesn't have one. No, okay. Change my pose. Do we go for the sexy pose, which is completely inappropriate for this game? I still think this is the completely wrong pose to have in this game. Bandit. No, hero. I wish I could, like, rotate the pose a bit more. That'll do. Direct the Pokemon to look fierce. I kind of like using this as my pick, my choice. There we go. Yeah, manga should be Bergen Dragon. It probably should have been. It's just that Dragon's such a bad type. I hate dragon types. What are you doing here? I'm meant to be meeting you somewhere else. You had promised me something with Volo. Now, Dragon's probably my least favourite typing of Pokemon. There we go. There's a controversial take. As I would have been a little way through the challenge then, I think. Unusual shoes. Light. Okay, so that's a Thunderstone. Maybe it will do. Maybe we will see it finally. Yeah, it was about... I want to say I started around the 10th-ish of of about a 10th of December with the first challenge. The one to get all of the... No, it was doing 1 hour in this map, on all of these maps. That was the first challenge, 1 hour on all these maps. They have cool designs, they're just not something I like using, mainly because you get them really late in games, so I don't really like Pokemon you get late in games. It's always just been a weird thing for me. I get attached to my early route stuff. Right. So what else can... We still need to do some of this. What do you still need? Oh, just speed. Then you're done. So those 4 are perfect, I think. Yes, they are. That's good. Can we make sticky globs? 6 of them, because why not? Money. What else do we have? Not much point. Yeah, we've got enough of everything. Oh, there is an event spawn at the moment. Well, a non-event spawn. The event's over. I don't know why I call everything an event spawn, but there is something in the TCG. I will try not to copy anything, because last time I did that I banned someone. But I should start trying to catch something, shouldn't I? Ultra Ball! And once I've caught this, we can start going through our many shoutouts, because there's lots and lots of streamery people here today. So we'll start with the first person here, which was our Kim. So we give... Okay. Nope, that is Charmeleon first then, okay. I thought I'd put something else in. It must be because you both start with T1. And you can go and see the fun shiny fire badge quest with almighty Pokemon such as Skidoo. And see just how well Skidoo does. Now I've got to see just how much I ironically hates my team. That's the thing. Like, what are we on dexes? We're at 109. Which probably needs to improve. But yes, I was the only one that caught it. Now who has the streamer luck? Let's go find Goodra. I'm going to put Goodra in the team. And I want to take Luxray, but it's too weak now. I'm going to take the Mismagius over this. Not a great team, really, is it? I hate it if it's like 6 Starlies. What would be 6 Starlies? Yeah, this is probably the current team. This Mismagius is probably not going to be there because we've got too many ghosts, to be honest. Maybe Empoleon will be better. It is an alpha as well, so it should take a few more hits. Maybe it was a Growlithe in disguise. That's what it really was. It was a Growlithe pretending to be a Skidoo. Let's just get rid of rubbish first. But I want to use the Gardevoir. I've been training it since the beginning. And it will be more helpful than you imagine. You watch. Gardevoir to the rescue. Yeah, that's it. What have we got that we need to give things to? I think I could get this prepared. Yep, that's true. It is definitely his favourite fire type. I think you should have just named it Growlithe, actually. We should have named it Growlithe. That would have been funny. It kills more than 2. I do also have to look at some of the moves as well. We will go through the move set as well, and then we'll see how we do. My plan is definitely to start with Togekiss. If I lose, I lose. I don't really care. Like, I just want to try it once and see what happens. I don't think I can quite make everything perfect, though, which is a bit sad. Let's try this again. There we go. There is Kim, who is also streaming away. Yeah, we have the max stats, don't worry. We've planned for that. I just need to swap some moves around, pretty much. Nope, we've got that one done. If I do forget anyone in the shoutouts, I apologise. No, it's not like Cynthia. Okay. That's good then. Goodra's a bit of a wild card, to be honest. It's just more bulky more than anything else. I've only done it recently with like a level 100 odd mon, and I would use Cresselia, but I want to try and do it without using legendaries, if I'm honest. So I've gone for a full non-legendary team. Like, Cresselia is just a beast, and it's one of my favourites to use in all of these challenges. Like, when you call, like, sort of Nuzlocke-ish. Right, I do want to actually find Volo's team to actually look at. Just to see what I'm facing. I keep forgetting. And I know what the Pokemon are. I'm looking at the moves more than anything else. We'll go to Bulbapedia, because I don't trust Celebi anymore. Cerebi, it just annoys me and freezes the computer too much. And I just get sick of using it. So, hello Will, welcome in. We are just doing the final preparations for the Volo fight, but we did catch a shiny Yanma, which we named Jaffa Cake. The ultimate challenge would be to use no crit. Yes, but this is not a challenge. This is just ticking off some boxes. Right, so my team. So as I said, I want to start with Togekiss. So we'll check Togekiss's moves. Draining Kiss is crucial. And do we want extra sensory over anything? Probably not. No. Yeah, I'm just double checking the moves more than anything else. Yeah, so Draining Kiss is probably the most crucial move here. So I think that one is relatively fine. Can it learn an ice move? That's the only thing I might get, or a water move. Let's see, what can Togekiss learn? I want to learn a new move. And the water move is pretty much just a bit of a backup. Drain Punch as well. Water Pulse could work. To be honest, this is not a bad set of options. Like the Flamethrower. No, extra doesn't. It would help with the Roselia a little bit. And maybe the Lucario. This is a special, yeah. So I don't really need to put that on. I've got enough fairy moves. Like Shadow Ball could be good as an extra for the boss, potentially. But I won't have speed control unless I master it. I think I can probably get away with keeping just the fairy move for the final. So as long as I beat the Spiritomb and then swap this out, because this is probably the ace. It is, yes. I'm just thinking of a secondary move, and that's it. I probably won't even be using Moonblast, if I'm honest. So I don't think we need to change much on that. Then the Roselia is going to be very weak to this. It will probably want to set up spikes. Let's see what else we can learn here. Oh no, we can teach, just do it this way first. So would Thunder Punch be a good backup here for this? Just for the Togekiss? But then it's just for the Togekiss. Don't know. Could work, but I'd rather just get an ice move, if I'm honest, on one of the others. But we've got the ghost moves, we've got the fire moves, and that should be fine. I know you don't want the Gardevoir on my team, but it's here. I've already got Ice Beam, so I don't need Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball, don't really need that. I've got Fairy moves. Giga Impact, Icy Wind. Nothing's really going to make it better for moves. I've got the same moveset pretty much as I may take off Dazzling Gleam for Calm Mind as well. Roserade's the weird one to take because it's not much help. It's kind of just here, but I feel like they've got one, so I should have one. I guess no, I don't want to be facing that, but I guess I could give it Dazzling Gleam, couldn't I? Just to have an extra fairy move. Do that one. Like, we got the money for it. But at the moment, Togekiss is dealt with Gardevoir. Roserade with Typhlosion. Goodra can not really do very much, can it? Because it's not as good as I had hoped it would be, but it might be good for the final battle, I guess. What else can we teach Goodra? I guess we could slap an Ice Beam on there. On which one do you want Sludge Bomb, would you say? Would be the best. I'm taking this as a bit of a backup for the Garchomp on Roserade. Okay, I'll see whether it can learn it naturally first. And I may put Flamethrower on this as well, because I feel like Goodra's the thing I'm just going to learn, just going to throw out when I'm happy to take a hit and probably die. If I'm honest. It's pretty much just going to be there. Like, this could be really good against Roserade as well. No, I've got Flamethrower. This is the thing I really need to work on moves. So we got Ice Beam, 2 water moves. Stealth Rocks is massive. I wanted to get Stealth Rocks. I also want to get a Draining. It doesn't have Draining Punch. Lovely. I feel like Bulldoze could be helpful as well. No, I don't need that. I just want a better, accurate water move, really. So now let's have a look. We'll come back in a minute and discuss these options with you. So, we said Togekiss we were keeping. Did we get something from this? I've forgotten. I like the residual damage as a bit of a backup. It's one of the things I love with these games. Quick Attack could be good, even though it doesn't really do much damage. But this probably does need something else, I think, if I'm honest. Well, thank you for the alert, Bradlow. Sorry, I'm completely lost with over-focusing here. But no worries with the 3DS. Hopefully you can get a lot of group ones. Fair enough. Well, it might just be good for the early battle then. Let's have a look. What else did we... I want to put Calm Mind on this over Psychic. And I probably could put Recover on or Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere would be very good backup, I think. Or we could just put Recover, but we're going to put Draining Kiss on, so we don't really need that. That's my thinking. So I may leave that for now. It's a bit slower, this. I much prefer... okay, over Dazzling Gleam then. Because the way I play this, I play a lot of speed control. That's kind of how we sort of get away with our planning, and I feel like I've missed a lot of other chats as well. Yes, I also do miss that there's no earthquake, to be honest. But I don't know if it would do too much. Let's see if this has a poison, a stronger poison. So it has pedal dance. Didn't I teach? Oh, there we are. Would you keep... We don't want absorb. I know I say, can't learn like Mega Drain or Giga Drain, whichever's the good one. So you said you would rather have Sludge Bomb over Poison Jab or Venoshock? Which one would you pick out of those? Or do you think they'll do? Because like, the reality is I don't want this anywhere near the Togekiss. So I don't really think I'm going to use the poison move, if I'm honest. Change moves? Yes. We went a bit crazy with this, so we're going to give it Flamethrower, Ice Beam. I'll give it Iron Head over this. What does Shelter do? I could do Shelter, actually. Actually, I don't need Flamethrower if I'm using Ice Beam, do I? No, I would. It's for backup for Lucario. I don't want to use this against Lucario, but it's a backup. And I don't think Dragon Pulse is going to be that much better, if I'm honest. But then it never misses, so it could be good. And when it says never misses, does this mean if the Giratina does the obscuring thing, it will hit? I know that sounds like a really dumb question, but is that what it actually means? The use of Sheds Skin, Iron Shield raises defense stats. Incoming moves become more likely to miss. So I think I could probably keep Shelter on there. Which move wouldn't you take then out of this lot? Actually, I probably don't need Iron Head then. Because if I do face the Togekiss, I can use Ice Beam. And I've got a lot of Ice Beams for the dragons. Dragon Pulse, I can Shelter to start with, to give myself a boost here and there. The Flamethrower is pretty much there for Roserade and Lucario, but I don't plan on using it. It's a backup for those two. Doesn't do anything to the Arcanine, but I don't think... We can learn Water Pulse, but it's not really worth it. We've got enough coverage for them, I think. Right. And Empoleon. We need to change this. Yeah, so as we said, what would you rather put in over... this might be good, actually. I'm kind of scared with the two water moves, to be honest. Actually, Liquidation is there. Liquidation does more damage than Wave Crash. Why would I use anything? I'm going to use Liquidation as a backup. But I think that's good for Empoleon. I think that'll do. Yeah, so the one question was, but you take damage as well, so I think it's not that great in this battle. As you'll see when I do this, I'm going to do a lot of what's it called? Agile moves. I won't be doing normal moves to control the pace of the game. So yeah, the one question was, what move would you have put on Roserade over Sludge Bomb? Is it better than Venoshock or Poison Jab? Because as we said, like, it's very, very unlikely. Spikes could also be good, but Sludge Bomb over Poison Jab. Should I also get Shadow Ball as well? As another little... No, we got Dazzling Gleam. Should have got Shadow Ball. Probably should have got Daz. We're going to get that as well. Why not? We've got money to spend. It's going to be a very strange Pokemon. Yeah, when it comes to the battle side of things, I'm not the best. No, I'm on the wrong page here. Do I have enough masteries? That's the problem. Because I can't control speed. Shadow Ball is going to be here for that. I sold most of the masteries because I didn't really want to use them. So I will sadly be falling into the basic hits. But let's have a look. Do we have any? So you mastered everything, so if you. You haven't mastered Ice Beam, but I try not to use it. I'm worried that you don't have anything mastered, and I'm okay with that. Probably wouldn't mind Ice Beam done, if I'm honest. Oh wait, this is... Okay, I've had a few, but I'd sold a few. Because I wasn't planning on over-strategizing like this. Because you'll probably watch and we'll win in one. I won't worry, Roserade is pretty much my sack Pokemon. It's going to be used when we need it on certain things, and that is about it. It's not much help for the overall battle, it's just there to do the thing. No, we don't want to use potions either. Let's just say no potions. I'll probably... Let's just see whether this actually triggers it before we go too far. And if it triggers it, I'm going to empty my bag completely. So I don't lose anything if I die. Tangela! Go here. Well, that's the thing. It's one that could probably take a hit, and it can do a little bit of damage, but not too much to worry about. That's why I'm looking at it as I like to have something I can just sort of put in. So as we said, we want to start with Togekiss. I think that's the most important one because it will pretty much tank anything the Spiritomb wants to do. I will do at least one Calm Mind and then Draining Kiss, depending on how much damage it's done to me, and how the speed looks, because I will be studying the play-by-play. What have we got to do? I got to go and get some logs. Really? Very bits of wood. I probably have some in here. Of all of the rubbish thing you need to do in a task, I've got 2. Oh dear. Can I buy wood? Really? Do I really have to do something this stupid to finish the game? Get 3 pieces of wood. Ah, dear. I thought we were done with this chasing. Right. I know there's loads here, so we'll go to this place. See if we get a shiny here. Why not? Do we do an alpha search just because? Do one tour of the map. See what we get. Now, this is probably the worst map to have picked, because it's the one, if I did get a distortion, it doesn't matter. And yeah. So as we said before, once we do actually finish this game, we're probably going to be dropping this game to once a week. Because at the end of the day, all we're going to be doing is running around looking for shinies in it. It's a bit like, I want to get the BDSP one set up, so maybe we could do radar hunting and stuff. Oh, we got 2 in the box. We'll just get the stuff in the box. And I also want to get the Scarlet one set up so that I can go and get the Paradox Mon sorted out. They're the things that are going to be the most frustrating. Pretty much the only reason I'm doing the Scarlet save. But I might as well have a quick alpha search, right? You never know. I probably have the worst route for this, but I don't care. I just don't care. I know there are much, much faster ones, and I'm well aware that I have picked the slowest and the longest routes for all of my tours of these maps. So we just go around, check the Gastrodon, because this is the other option, was a Gastrodon, but it would have taken a lot of work to set up. I didn't really want to do that. Right, let's check the Infernape. I don't think we finished Infernape off yet. That's another thing we've got to take note of. And actually we did, didn't we? So we threw items at it. I think we finished it off because we did that. Hello, Punny. Are you shiny today? So when it comes to the alphas on this map, I've only ever had two... I want to say two, maybe three shiny in all my time. I've 100% had the Stantler and the Blissey. I think I've had the Heracross, but I can't remember. That's my luck with it. It was during that Burmy hunt, if you remember, ironically, when I went a bit loopy doing this map on repeat for hours on end. And if you are still here, I did start breeding Darumakas. I only did about 90 eggs so far. But yeah, I thought I may as well get going on that. Like, that's going to take ages. It's funny because I definitely encountered over 999, but it was really good for Dex completion. That's what I will always say. It got so much complete for me. That's why I don't mind reminding about it a little bit. Because we sort of did... Every time I knocked a tree out, I just took like a new Pokemon and did all their moves. Because it was so weak, I could just do the moves and move on. I would have a team of different things. Right, we'll just use this then. And that's why it's very frustrating. Right, as I said, I got 3 alpha shinies in just that hunt in this map. I also got a Geodude, which was a boring Pokemon to get a shiny off, but it's a good alpha shiny. Bearing in mind that I had at best 2 shinies before the start of the year. Maybe 3. I may have got the Bidoof at the very end of the year or very early in the next year. And that was actually in my 31 hours of challenge. I got an alpha Bidoof, which was hilarious. So I'm pretty much just going to check this Rapidash and go. Okay. I don't care about the rest. Like, as I say, like most of the shiny hunting is going to be done slowly in this game. Once we finish the research. I want to get the Volo thing done though. Oh, that finished that off. You need to do Agile, which we're going to be doing, don't worry. That's all we're going to be doing. I was hoping that the person that keeps asking us advice for the Volo would come in today so they could see what we've set up for it as well. I actually need to get the rest of the wood out. So now you can have 3 bits of wood. I'm sorry, I've got to go and do this very quickly. If anybody is keeping up to date. Very nice. Which country was that one in? So if anyone's keeping up with my Connect 4 game, I need this to finish off a line of 4, a Sui and Growlithe. Somehow I've managed to get a line of 5, but Growlithe is in the middle of it and completely blank. So yeah, I gotta just quickly do that. So you've got... I really wish they wouldn't do regional stuff in Go though. I have no issue with like getting it at different stages, but I think locking things to regions is really stupid when you don't have trading available. It would be different if you could trade, but because it forces people to play it the way you do, just so they can get everything. And that's kind of not what the point of the game was, if that makes sense. We may as well check the bees. No, not the bees. The sea lions. And the Drapion. And probably Octillery. No, we'll do Octillery last. Guess we'll do this and then... well, I don't know if it's spoofed to win. It's spoofed to complete. You can catch things locally, but... problem is the raid passes cost so much. Like, they should be... I think everybody should get one free raid pass a week. Only one. And then you can earn them by doing other raids or other achievements in game. You don't seem to get many rewards for actually playing the game anymore, which is a little bit frustrating. I think my last shiny on there was the... oh no, I got the special glasses Pikachu was shiny. I don't know if that was shiny for everyone or just me. But I also got a Furfrou, which was very nice. No, shiny doggo, please. Shiny doggo. And if we catch this, we may just have to call it Skidoo. Why do you not throw it at the Pokemon? That is my question to you. That's nearly a cliff I fell off. Can you go away, please? Uh-oh. Ta-da! Take that, silly dog. Yes, we're going to call this Skidoo if it's shiny. But I doubt it, we'll get it. Just for Charmeleon. That's pretty much why we're going to call it Skidoo. I don't think it's going to be shiny. Never mind. Oh no, there's still more spawning. They're just spawning very slowly today. That looks like it's all done. Sadly, nothing good. Yes, okay. This thing, I always just like having the deer as an option. As I've said many, many times, I kind of wish you could throw the other stuff away. Like, I never used the Ursa ring. It's so useless. Where is this Octillery? Okay. Don't worry about the rest. Always peek at this island, you never know. And then we look for the Mantine. It should be lurking around here somewhere. We'll go and check the Ninetales and the Empoleon and then actually do the bit we said we were going to do. Unless we get, like, Cherubi, you know, the rare spawns. The ones that you kind of feel like it would be naive to not go and do. That's the way I sometimes look at it. If I feel like it's too good to be true, I've just got to go for it. We can obviously go to the Basculin Sea. But yeah. Yeah, we'll do Empoleon and we'll also check the Luminion, why not? It is a good one to check. Always cautious one to check. Right. Actually, there won't be a Ninetales, it's raining. I don't think. Was it raining when we started? Okay, but it's not shiny. Always good to double check around here. At least the noise goes off before you actually see the stuff here. Just looking for Magpies, really. Okay, all the Gravelers. Magpie's quite rare, I haven't really seen many outbreaks. Just trying to tick things off the boxes, really. So, what sort of team did you use for this battle, everybody? With Mr. Volo? Did you use any of the Pokemon I've picked? Or did you just take in what you would call a naive team and just got wiped? It's very good that I had just happened to look at chat and had a drink at the same time that came through. Sorry? But not sorry? Is this because I said I would call a Growler Skidoo? Is that the only reason? No, Empoleon is not shiny. Okay, we don't care about the rest of the map. Let's do the what we said we were going to do. We said we were going to do it. I think you should just try and breed one of these and then have that for your run. You had Samurott, Arcanine, Zoroark, Goodra, Electrode, and Dialga. Of course you had Dialga. Did it have Toxic Protect as well? That's what the shiny one looks like, if you ever wanted to know. So those of you who don't know in the chat, Mr. Belgium here won a championship with a Dialga using Toxic Protect. So that's why we trolled him about Toxic Protect. Yeah, they were a bit weird with their amount of Pokemon that could learn Toxic back in the day. What have we got? So we'll go and see you now. We've got her wood. She should be happy now. Volo just can't get the job done. She needs children to import wood to her. Is that how this story works, or is that a different story? And also, I don't know how many people saw it, but I did put a bit of an ambitious bingo card in the Discord for Pokemon Presents next week. That included the usual mumbo jumbo of Cafe Remix, TCG Pocket New Set, normal TCG set, Pokemon Go nonsense, etc., etc. The anime coming back, the Aardman update, so we get Wallace and Gromit Pokemon. The concierge stuff's probably going to get more episodes. That stuff's all the boring stuff. So my wild predictions is they're going to show us what the final evolution / mega of all of the starters will look like. I also think they will show off a regional variant in Kalos. So like what Zora is in this. I think that's going to happen. I don't know which one they're going to show, but I think they will show one. And it may be something like, why not put a Hail Mary out there and say, a 4th elemental monkey? But I think that's what they'll give us. And then I've also said Colosseum will drop on Tuesday. Gale of Darkness will either drop a month before ZA or early January. And I put the Virtual Console will have some form of update, or just a rebrand. I think this is kind of what they were planning. I've seen a lot of rumours where people said the Virtual Console got taken off the 3DS for 2 reasons. One, they wanted to shut the 3DS servers. That's the easy one. And the reason it didn't go on to the Switch is because they made everybody buy the Virtual Console and all of the stuff to go with it. And if they'd put it straight onto the Switch, like within the same year, there would have been an uproar saying you made us pay things when we could have just got it on the Switch. So I think they'll put one on the Switch too, and that's what your 30th anniversary thing will be. And that will include pretty much every Pokemon game that you probably will have to buy again, which is the sad side to it. Now what do I have to do? So that's my wild guess, and I've also put Gen 5 remakes, because I still think there's going to be Gen 5 remakes in the beginning of next year. That's also my theory, and I know that me and Mr. Belgium have discussed this. My theory is we had the BDSP right next to this, so I feel we're going to get the same with Kalos. With ZA, I think they'll give us a remake. I don't think they'll give us Gen 5, no, Gen 6 remakes. I think they will go for the other one. So I'm going to empty the bag now, because I want to keep everything in case I die. But they're my wild guesses. So there's a lot in there. Not going to lie, I may have overthought it more than I needed to. Nope. Okay. I will keep one. I'll keep the heavy balls on me. Why did that stuff go there and that stuff go there? That's silly. Thank you for the lurk, Mr. Greaves. I don't know why half of it went there and half of it went somewhere else. Yes, that'll do. Okay, they should have tried to find a way to transfer old stuff for Fridius. That could still be there. That could still be an option. I sort of agree with the idea that they wouldn't have done it. Oh, we're going down here. With the basic idea of it just being another, basically the same thing on the Switch. I think they wanted that break to cause that little bit of panic buying, which it was from what I understand when they were shutting down. Like, I think I got Pokemon back within the last 2 weeks of the 3DS store being open. Because I couldn't get the thing to go online for ages. I thought I couldn't even do it, or I don't know. I just thought it was broken because I was stupid. And eventually I got it online and got myself the bank. So then because I got bank, I could actually do other stuff in the game. So, yes, I definitely know it wouldn't be fair. That's why I think, as I said, they skipped the Switch for it. I also think they don't quite know what they want to do. That's why one of my other very big theories has been because the world is now obsessed with subscription things, I could see something along the lines of a Pokemon subscription service where you get all the games. Instead of an NSO, you can get a PSO, so shall we call it, where you can play all the games, but you have to pay a monthly fee to do it. That's my slightly another one of my very bonkers ideas. Like, because at the end of the day, if they turn around to you and said, if you pay, I don't know what would be a fair amount though, because of the value of the games, but just to say you could pay £9 a month or £10 a month because it's an easy number, and you could play every single game on your Switch, like non-Switch titles, of course. Would people do that? And they would all be compatible with bank and everything like that. Where am I going now? Why didn't you just... That's a long shot idea. But it's just because everything is now subscription this, subscription that. It's been very Americanized, I think, with all like the networks and like we see it with Disney, Netflix, Amazon, Sky, TNT, blah blah blah. And the list goes on, shall we say. So that's something else they may look at in a weird, annoying way, shall we say. Is this the time when we find out that we fail? You'd rather a bundle in the store, one purchase of like 120. That's my worry. It would be just a bundle. It's slightly different for the Game Boy. Well, the thing is, the Game Boy games are a little bit more complicated because of the batteries in the cartridges, aren't they? That if they die, the game doesn't work. So like that's what's wrong with my copy of Ruby. They wouldn't let me sell it because the battery's dead. So you couldn't do the in-game stuff or something like that. But if you've got all the cartridges in the 3DS, like I do, I would like to be able to put the 3DS cartridge in and kind of do what those emulators out there did. They dumped your game into the thing. So you were playing the game, 100% legitimate game, but you could do that with your current cartridges. So I wouldn't ever have to pick up the 3DS again, if that makes sense. And it would all be put on there, but that's the sort of thing. So they could remaster them for the Switch too, yes. And we've seen that with some of the add-ons that people put in those emulators to improve shaders and stuff, didn't we? Just that side of it, not any, just a cosmetic improvement that didn't really affect anything else. That would be probably the best of both worlds. And that was what I believe Austin John theorized when they said about the USB dock on the top of the screen. He had a theory that you could put a second screen there. So then it would become a DS as such, basically. I think if they put it on the Switch, the best way to do it is a side by side. I don't think it's the best way to do it, I think. Yeah, definitely. I would rather play them all on the Switch. And the thing is, even if you do buy a new console, shall we say, probably a second-handy one or a built-in capture card one, you've got to then find a way. You have to first risk modding it, which I understand is easy, but if you're not comfortable, it's not worth it. Then you've got to then get some capture card software that might not work. Again, it's a confidence thing. If you're tech-wise, you probably would understand. If you don't, like me, you don't want to break it. Or you can get someone else to make it, and it's all, then that adds up to being as much as a Switch pretty much by the time. But here we are, we have found our friend Volo. Shall we see what we do? See how well this goes. Can we beat the Spiritomb? Right, so we did say we've got plenty of turns, so we're going to Calm Mind. I know I said about speed control, but according to this, Spiritomb is going to hit me once. Which is fine. Barely hit me. Now I get 2 turns, so we Calm Mind. I know I'm a little bit higher level for this battle, but it's just happened, right? Now we Agile Draining. Oh. No, if we Agile... No, we're just going to go 1 Draining Kiss, because we're going to take a hit from whatever comes next. Don't have a problem, because we should get 2 turns next turn. We're max health, we've taken the Spiritomb. That was easy. What's he going? Roserade. Yes, this has a poison move, so that's why I expected that. It's going to not hurt too much. So this time, we're going to go for an Air Slash. And we get another turn maybe after this. That's... Are we going to sweep? Are we going to sweep with Togekiss? No, he won't go in that order. No. If we go... Okay, we can get another Calm Mind off. And then do another Drain Kiss. Keep going. Somebody has done too many Nuzlocke recently and has overplanned more. So Togekiss has taken 3 out and is on max health. So this has turned out quite nicely. This is what I say about this game. If you have Drain Kiss, Drain Punch, you will probably sweep most of the game. This is the bit that's a bit more annoying because I'm rubbish against it. So... This is why... Nope. That button is not too important, the Empoleon, so we will use this for this battle. And we are going to go for... No, we don't get anything from that, so we'll take a hit from what comes next, which is fine. But that's 4 down, and no damage done. This is going to hurt. Had it bulked up? Is it copying me? It's definitely going to hurt. Okay. Because... You know what? I'm just going to throw out some Stealth Rocks. But it's done its job. It's not going to be needed anymore. That's the good thing. And it survived. And that's only 1 level above the Lucario. I don't want to swap in to take the hit, that's the thing, so I might as well let the Empoleon go down. Oh, and there's a full restore, so that's nice. Yeah, this is a bit of a sacrifice because it's going to give my next Pokemon 2 goes. And we lowered his defense, yep, fine. Thank you for your service, Empoleon. That is 4 down to my 1. And I get potentially a double turn. And what's his last Pokemon? It's the Togekiss last, wasn't it? So because it's Togekiss last, I think I'm going to go to Gardevoir. Because I've got the Ice Beam ready. No, or do we do the Goodra? I think Goodra's going to be better against the Giratinas. So we're going to go for Gardevoir. We'll check the speeds. Right, we can get a Calm Mind up. That is fine. We'll get a Calm Mind. And then we'll just Aura Sphere this. And we'll do it Agile style. Because it should knock it out. Out too much problem. And that means we can then just do a big Ice Beam on the Togekiss. So I feel like this has gone really well, considering I've got 5 Pokemon left to face his last 3. Okay, that's actually not terrible, because I think I get a chance to do another Calm Mind myself, do I? No. Okay. We'll go for the Ice Beam then. Get a big hit off? That's fine, we'll do big damage. Moonblast, I should take that. Yeah. No problems. I feel like this is like watching like somebody fighting a person with a big reputation like Man U and just trouncing them. Like, that turned out to be quite easy. I'm not gonna lie. And if I kept with the Gardevoir because if I don't get to swap, it would go Gardevoir against the Giratina, and it would either wipe the Gardevoir and I get a free swap, or I could get a hit off with the Gardevoir. Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew the Giratina was coming, I didn't know whether it was. So, for example, if I had Calm Mind again, and then Ice Beam, I don't get the stat boost in the next battle. That's why I didn't bother worrying. That's why if it did go into it, Gardevoir probably would die to a Ghost move. And then I could easily swap into probably Togekiss, but I might use Goodra for the first phase and then Togekiss for the second phase. And we've got Roserade that can still do some chippy. Typhlosion, which still hasn't been used, so we've got everything perfect to pretty much win this with ease. If this was a Nuzlocke, I definitely would have swapped the Empoleon out. That is a fact. To probably Togekiss because it doesn't get touched by Lucario. Or maybe, yeah, that probably would have been it. Okay, we go straight to the Togekiss. Not ideal. We'll check the speed stats and everything. So this is... no wait. So, can I do this? So we cannot gain too much of an advantage. So we could just go for the big Moonblast. But no. I'm thinking do a Calm Mind, take a hit, then Drain Kiss. That seems like it's a bit more sensible. Yes, Shadow Force. Okay. And it doesn't do anything. I'm going to use an Agile Calm Mind, get an extra hit. Control the speed is my best way of playing this. Like, all of these battles is all about speed control. I've always said it. I don't get an advantage whatever I use, so I'll just use a normal Drain Kiss. Not going to knock it out, obviously. It's not a big hitting move, but I'm full health. I might go for a Moonblast next, to be honest. Nope, still not gaining anything. We'll just keep our health max, you know. I'm going to miss because of the silly move it does. So we'll just stay focused. One at a time move. Because if it keeps using this, it's fine. And we have the Gudra set up as a potential backup for a lot of this. Let's get the Carmine up again. Right, I really need to hit this Drain Kiss, if I'm honest. That's not good. It's these broken moves. Shadow? Okay, that's another hit. We're still good. We're still good. Let's go for this. Then if we miss one, we can hit the next one. I know it's not going to do enough to beat this. I can't do enough at Agile because I'll run out of the... Actually, no. I could. Doesn't change the speed of this battle, so... And that is Giratina 1 down with my Togekiss. Pretty much destroying Volo single-handedly. I know we've got to do the second battle. Let's go and beat the Giratina. See, why can't we have more music like this more often? And it missed a Shadow Force. You know what? Screw it. We're going to let it have a double hit. It can have a double hit. Because it doesn't recover. So if I die, I die. You go down a hero Togekiss. Now somebody else, the Gudra, can come out and do Dragon Pulse because it's guaranteed to hit. And that's all she wrote. Yeah. You're not very good, Volo. I'm not gonna lie. I know I am like level 83, but still, I believe the Togekiss took out 5 of his Pokemon without even going below half health. I could have probably dealt with a few of the other things as well. If I had put a better move for... If I had put like Drain Punch on it, I think it could have learned Drain Punch somehow. It could have been good and beaten the Arcanine and the Lucario as well. So it seems like it's a good Pokemon. So yeah, nice easy one. I don't know what I just said I'll do then. But that means now I've got to go and catch the genies. That's going to be fun. As we know, I hate the genie hunting. We got the spooky blade. Oh yeah, we got to catch Giratina as well, haven't we? Is Giratina just one you throw a ball at and catch? Do we just take this team to it and beat it? Ooh. Yep. Then when we do BDSP, we get this same toy. Which is what we wanted, basically. Because I will be doing some form of soft resets on BDSP. I just don't know how to do it. I don't want to do a full stream of a soft reset. That's what I thought. That is something I would love as a bit of a surprise. Voice acting in ZA. I would love to get voice acting in ZA, so I don't have to deal with reading. Seek out the truth. This will keep appearing, won't it? Until I've got them all. Yeah, sadly. Yep, we're not worthy of... I've played the Dragon Prince. What is it? Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince, and that has voice acting, and it's hilarious because it's just like Cockney accents to everything. I can't help but laugh whenever I play it. Because it is Star Wars, isn't it? It's about a guy who fell through space. bro got rejected by God. Of course, because everyone gets rejected by fictional characters. Roserade. Okay. We actually finished off Togekiss as well. So that's good. I will keep this squad for now, because I need to go and do these 5 legendary thingies. Catch them first. That'll be the plan. So what we'll do is we'll go and catch Giratina. I think you just go and catch it, right? And then we'll go and do the genies, and we'll just play around those maps looking for shinies. That'll be the plan for the next 2 hours probably. If I can catch all the genies, I'll be really happy. I kind of want to battle them all just so they can do their moves on me and I can get more ratings. That's why I want to keep the strong team with me. Right, so we go into here, get our bag stuff back. Oh, what order do we like it in? We would like Ultra Balls, Sticky Glops, these berries, Smoke. Want these the other way around because I want to try and catch them all in that pool. I think I've got to get them off the bulletin board. I think that's how I get them all. There is a Swadloon in the chat, if anybody wants it. There's all our Growliths, or our Skidoos, whichever you want to call them. Why did I keep the Crobat? Or was it just probably just a misclick? Probably find out it wasn't, and I did want it for some reason. I can easily get another one. So let's just check. We're on 111. Oh, this is in alphabetical order, right? So we still need to do some stuff with Dartrix. That's why we kept it. We did the Oshawott stuff. We caught them. I think I deleted them all like an idiot. Bibarel. If I catch the Alpha twice, we're done. That's not a problem. I need to catch a Staraptor. How have I not ever had a Staraptor? And the Silcoon. Oh dear. There's some weird things that we haven't touched. Like we haven't touched the evolutions. Like we've got Crobat done, but not too bad. I don't know. Some of these things are going to be easy to do. Let's be honest. What I might do is literally pick 2 things on each map and just go and perfect them before I leave. That should be my challenge, really. Let's go. Got some more stuff. Make some more balls. Could you make me a ball of mud, please? Because I would like the mud. For no particular reason other than dealing with this game. Right. Right. We want to sell some stuff to you. Right, we're not going to be doing any perfecting stuff, so why not? Don't need any of this anymore. What else is worth money? I know there's some nuggets in here. 100,000, lovely. That's worth big money. Money. We don't need these. We're never going to battle in this game again. We'll keep the candies. Get rid of all of the medicine. Don't care. Not worth much, but whatever. I'm not going to use it for anything. Probably that too. Don't care. Don't use the stealth stuff. More gritty stuff. What else? Oh, there's more. So, we would like to get a lot of iron chunks. That is my plan. Iron chunks. That's nearly all the money gone. Great. Not nice, is it? We want this. We're going to make some of the Gigaton balls. We're going to get these ready. We've said we were going to actually upgrade to these. So, yeah. And I think I run in here, dive, and on the bulletin board we have the genie stuff, right? Right. please. Oh well, there's stuff. Oh, I get the starters. I forget I get the starters, don't I? I knew there was something I had to get. I just get so confused. But poor Volo, he didn't really stand a chance, did he? He just sort of turned up, got his ass handed to him, and we threw him back down the mountain. It was lovely. It was easy. Could do that all day. Okay. Okay, tell me all about them. And Landorus, then. I'm done. I don't need to talk to you ever again. Actually, I do, because I need the other thing off you. Yes, yes, yes. We'll go and get all these. Oh, I know. Right, actually I don't need to go any further, do I? Don't need to worry. Let's go. Right, let's get off on our adventure. You know what, we'll put all the heavy balls away for a while and we'll use the gigatons. I think there's some more in here. No? No. Okay. Yeah, I think we were saving up to start making them. What do we have? Well, I guess we're going to the Icelands first then. Why did I pick that one? That's strange. Definitely the wrong one. What do you want? You look different. Oh, I think you're the swine person, aren't you? Don't worry about that later. Let's see. Where are we going? Well, we'll start here. We will start over here. What is this outbreak? I need Oshawott, really. Or its evolutions. Probably could do with a... I like how peaceful the Mammo swine is, though. Oh. Bye. Anything else here? No. Ooh, that should be a good one, actually. I should come back to that. We should check some of the others, though. Just to get away from them attacking me. Get in on the right angle this time. Curliers, okay. Now if we jump back out here, we can actually sneak back into this one, which is what we probably should have done in the first place. Oh, you're after me, aren't you? Get off the horse. Oh, you've ruined my day. We'll come back. We'll come back again. You stay there, sir. And we'll run away. Let's go. What's this gonna be? Bidoof? That's my guess. Ghastly. Good as a Bidoof, really, isn't it? Right. What's this map got us? What's over here? What have we got? Rolts. Okay. Not too interesting. It's just that we got literally everything in this corner today, which is a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to them all just lurking around here. Nothing in there, but I don't know what it is. Magpie. I did say I wanted to try and get some magpies, didn't I? They're not too difficult to deal with unless there's magma there. What's this? Machops? Not too worried. Let's see. What is next? This is usually like Lickitung or Swineups. It is balloons. And what do we get? We get the double here. We'll go the long way because why not? I always go the long way. I probably want to go and try and deal with that pillow swine. But once we've done the legendary or the genies, I think the goal is to make sure we perfect one dex entry per map. Per map run. There's no excuse why we can't. There's no... If we're not doing that, then we're wasting the time by searching, because we're getting further and further away from the shiny charms. That was something very angry, and I don't know what it was. Hatchery, so... Okay. We go here. We'll check these three out, and then we should be able to sneak up. But remember, we probably have this genie thing here annoying me. That's the thing. Oh, is that... No, that isn't the outbreak, that's just the normal ones. Is this outbreak going to be right in the middle of the genie? Yes, it is. Thank God there's not a shiny. I need those smoke bombs actually, they're going to be key for this. I am the most scuffed. Usually I just throw the balls at it, but I'm going to go into battles with it. And just throw the balls and catch it that way. I'm not too worried, my team's strong enough to take endless hits. Didn't we already check this one? Didn't we? Yeah, we checked this one and it was like curlier. Actually, is that the storm over? No. It just looked like it wasn't snowing. I'm not used to it not snowing. And the last one is up here where you usually have like the alpha. What is it called? The bomber snow usually lurks in here. Well, I seem to find one whenever I go here. Is it an alpha? That is a different question. It is a Kadabra. So there's nothing really great here, to be honest. I still want to probably do these ones here, if I'm honest. They make the most sense to me. But it's quite hard to sneak up on elephants. Or mammoths. At least if we get in the grass, we're... Oh, that's a big one. Is that the same one? Right, this was meant to be a pillow swine one, right? And that's all I'm getting. Oh, we finally caught one. That's not good. There is one stuck right behind me, and it looks very angry at me. Oh, and you're still there? Why are you so angry, sir? I'm only trying to rehome you to a better place. Eat that. Oh, that one got me. And we've also done the stun quest, so we might actually finish these. Is that the last one? That is the last one. Okay, and now we get the next spawn. The new horde. More elephant mammoths. Lovely. Okay, I think that's it, to be honest. Well, there's 4, but I think that we did catch one. Right, the one good thing about doing this during an outbreak is that nothing else, the alpha glalie isn't going to actually spawn around this. Welcome back, Mr. Belgium. We are now hunting for genies. We just need this massive mass outbreak to finish. Which is weird because the weather has gone and it is still here, and I don't know whether I've broken it. I'm going to be trying to battle them all, just because. Oh, there it goes. There it ends, right. And these silly things are still here. What? Oh. Yeah, I hate this bit. I really hate this bit. You got a shiny Landorus. Just gonna catch you so you get out of my way, basically. Okay, so you're really gonna be annoying, are you? No, if you wouldn't. Well, I've got to catch it just to get rid of the stupid quests. I've got to really take advantage of the fact that we don't have the Alpha Glalie here to annoy me. Why couldn't I get into a battle with it? That's my question. Do I have to do that 3 times? Go away. Yeah, oh no, I nearly ran into that one. That was good. Why did it dive into the wood thing? Okay, we're back in a minute, sir. You stay there. We're gonna just chill. Just chill. I don't have many smoke bombs left. This part of the game is just annoying and slow and I hate it. Because these things are annoying and I do what you're meant to do and it doesn't do it. No, I want to get into the battle so it can do some moves on me, basically. If it does the moves, then I could get some stuff ticked off. Or we just catch it in the first ball, of course. Well, that was easy. What's looking at me now? Must be a ghosty. Right, let's get back to the mainland, please. Oh, hello Pokegamer. Welcome in. We are trying our best to finish off this game. We beat Volo pretty easily, if we're honest. He took out one of my Pokemon. And that's because it was only one that he beat. My Togekiss pretty much swept the whole team, which was lovely. I think we did finish the Mamoswine then, yeah, because we caught one for the first time. I would have liked to have seen this do one move on me, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. So we're going to go and try and get all of the genies now. And then we have to do the long task of getting everything ticked off, pretty much. That's going to be a while. I need to get more smoke bombs ready for this. Especially the water one. Right, I need to just move you to safety because I need you for research and the rest can go in the bin. Once we've actually done all the genies, that's when I will change the team up. It's just this team can take big hits and that's all I need it to do. So, oh, thank you for the follow. Pokegamer, welcome in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we tried this new thing with the emote explosions when we get followers. Yeah. Whoa, it worked. It's beautiful. It should be a different thing depending. There's like a few random ones. Let's put all this away.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And that we do. We do believe in the Joe Hendrys. Hello, Sarah. Welcome in. No worries. Like, hopefully work won't be too bad. We have beaten one of the hardest bosses in this game today. Relatively easily, so I'm quite happy. We need these, basically. But yeah, I decided to put... play and put these emotes actually showing on screen at last. Because why not? You started a dream and I was like Amos. Yes. That is why we picked it. Everybody loves Joe Hendry. If we start here, we can do the tour and go to get whichever one of the genies is on this map. I can't remember which is which. They all things that go whirly whirl. That's how much we care about the genies. This one's a little bit easier because there's grass you can hide into, but we might as well check the Rapidash. And that's the benefit of channel points. You can spend them on the silly little things that get a little laugh while you're watching. That's why we like doing them. Slowly I've been trimming some back, but we kept Joe Hendry and the Wave Your Hands. I had to take some off because when I put these videos up as VODs, they kind of get copyright strikes. I used to actually have the Randy Orton music as a redeem, but it got a copyright strike, so I had to delete it. And a few others like that. It's one of those things, when you first reach Fillet, you go and try to add so much, and then you realise nobody's really using a lot of it, so you sort of trim it back. And that's kind of what we did. We kind of have a bit of a rotation. Yeah, it runs, the copy of it I had was over 10 seconds, so if it goes on YouTube, it gets a copyright strike, sadly. So we no longer use it. Okay, we are going to have to check every Burmy. That is a fact. I do feel like we over-prepared for Volo, considering how easy it was. I feel like we put all that effort in and it was like bop, bop, bop. But anyway, we'll swing out to the low punny and check the Infernape before we deal with what's it called? We want to catch this Alpha B Barrow actually. And this is a research task to catch 2 of these, or catch this twice. So yeah. We catch that twice, we finish B Barrow off. As I say, like, one of my goals is to try and finish a quest on every map tour, so we can get to level 10. I probably have done the Cherubi one, but why not? Just in case. I don't mean perfect, just that level 10 that takes ages to get to. But like we put some of our channel points down as like opinion ones, which can then offer a discussion, which I think is kind of fun. Some things I'm good at, some things I am terrible at. And then there are things that you can sort of get involved with the challenge. Which is kind of what we wanted. Like I've said from day one, this is designed to be an interactive challenge. Where is this thing then? Oh, it's over there. So yeah. Like we will bring DAs back a bit more. We are still planning on keeping them. We do DAs about twice a week, depending on which day I decide to take for cinema trips. Okay, so we know that we actually have to do this 3 times now. Okay, and it does this silly little tornado thing. Okay, I deal with it. I think I could hit this from here. Oh, that was good. Yeah, do your thing. I'm gonna go this way. Where did you go? Where did it go? Oh, please say it didn't go next to the Infernape. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's not too far away. This one has turned out to be a lot easier than I thought. Nope, it saw me. Not that easy. That's the one thing with this game, is you do have to put a little bit more concentration in it than any of the others. Again, we want to be in the battles, so we may get damage. He does indeed. It's very strange just how viral he went. I want to say it was late, well, it was about this time last year he started blowing up, wasn't it? And he's sort of, the lack of a better term is he's sort of just there now. Because Mr. Iguana's around. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Because he has an iguana. And they had Mr. Iguana versus Santino Morella at the weekend, which is all sorts of insanity. Never put that down as one of the matches you probably most wanted to see this year. Now again, we don't care that things get knocked out. If they do these moves, it's kind of good, because it means I don't have to do it. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating. I kind of think it's sad that he got injured. I'm not going to play into the conspiracy that's a fake injury so they can do the heist of the century. But on the counter to it all, it could work out to be a benefit in a weird way, like if they plan the story correctly, that he comes back, he gets healed, and they don't talk about him coming back, and when he comes back he cashes in, and everyone will be so surprised he cashes in, it will just change everything completely. Or Bron Breakker takes it and claims it as his own, the briefcase, which I already thought was going to be one of my concept ideas for it, was he was actually going to gift it to Bron Breakker. That's the theory, like, that's going round, that it's a fake injury to take everyone's mind off of, like, he's... So the problem with Money in the Bank, and I've said this for a long time, is they do so much teasing it's going to happen, it kind of becomes a little bit boring. I think that's the fairest way to put it. And now that you've got a men's and a women's, they both do it, and the Money in the Bank doesn't feel that special. They need to do it 1 year, especially probably with the women, where they announce when they want to cash in, and it not be, I'm coming to get you, blah blah blah. And I think that's kind of the problem with it. Like, Naomi was a heel, or is a heel, Seth is a heel, so we both know they're not going to do an honor cash in, they're just going to wait for someone to be weak and cash in. And everybody's got their theory that Punk cashing in, no, Rollins cashing in on Punk is best for business, because it builds the blood feud even more. And it's been his promise to not let Punk ever be champion. So, but if it is a very, very serious injury, which we'll probably find out by the end of the week, I can see them doing something where they do like a scene where he kind of gives it to Bron Breakker, because let's face it, that faction is designed to make Bron Breakker the megastar that he probably is already, but even bigger. Bearing in mind that Bron Breakker is one of, like, the 5 people that have beaten Gunther in the WWE. So that's also a major factor. Right, so we got to go here and get stormy weather now, because otherwise this one won't turn up. But yeah, that's what I think. Like, no, definitely not. And I kind of agree with what The Undertaker said. They should just ban everyone else from using the spear now that Bron Breakker's doing it, because it makes it feel like it actually is going to hurt someone. It's a bit of both. I think it's also to do with the person taking it, the spear. And they know that they're going to be... his speed is ridiculous, but it also means that where he runs into someone, they can do the flips a lot better. Can we get some stormy weather, please? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because I predicted Braun Breaker to win last year's Rumble. I thought they were going to push him to the roof. But they seem to quieten down on their ideas for him. Let's throw some of these. This is the worst one, because it's also got... Yeah, you didn't see me, did you? I'm all the way down here. Are you going to do stuff? No, because you didn't see me. Run away! Ah, didn't see me, but that Gyarados might. This one now should... Give me the battle! Lovely. That was a lot easier than I remember it ever being. There is a Boltland again in the chat. I swear we had Boltland earlier. That's not going to stay in there, is it? But still, we don't care. We've got a big, strong team. Let's go. Crunch. That's going to hurt. Is Crunch one of the moves it needs to do? Please be. Please use the ones you actually need to do. Otherwise I might just put Empoleon out if we don't catch you. She might use a Thunder move instead of Crunch. Thanks. That'll do. We'll put you out. That's not going to stay in there, is it? Okay, that's good. That's dumb. Genies acquired. Do we go and check? We'll do a couple of alpha checks. Probably not going to check every corner, but we'll go and check like the Ninetales. Probably won't be there. So yeah. Against good for Raw. Oh yes, they just kept doing it. I heard he kept yeeting, and that's what everyone keeps laughing at. Like, he spends more time yeeting and not selling any injuries. Like, the whole point of the beatdowns that Seth's crew's been doing is to make him a bit weaker, and he just comes out and yeets like nothing, and then pretends to fake a chest injury or something. I've seen a lot of people laugh at that. I'm not actually a big fan of the Usos as solo stars anyway. Like, I'm quite happy if they stayed in the tag division. Because the reality is, for me, my two favourite wrestlers at the moment are probably Gunther and, sadly, Kevin Owens because of his injury. I could just watch them do their things all day long because they are crazy. Like, Gunther is unbelievable. I didn't used to like him to start with because his style is just brutality. It's not what you would traditionally see as a wrestling fan, shall we say, to put it lightly. But it's just the way that he just controls the match and has brilliant matches with anybody. It's not just a fluke. Like, he made Goldberg look interesting. He made The Miz look amazing. And then, like, the Chad Gable trilogy, the Sami Zayn series. And the fact that he's only been pinned or defeated by, in order, I believe it is Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, and, comedically, I believe it's Baron Corbin. They're the only people that have ever beaten Gunther in like a pinned or submission style match. And that is unbelievable to think, in this day and age, of anyone beats anyone. He's lost like 6 times. Because his nickname, I think they used to say he was the Brock Lesnar of the Indies, where people would turn up and they would just get beaten. I don't even know who takes this title off him, to be honest. I don't think Punk beats him. I don't think Punk wants the title, if I'm brutally honest. I think he's more interested in the money this run. I could be completely wrong. And I'd be happy if he was there for titles, but the reality is most of his matches are money makers, and he gets that. And it makes sense that they're money makers if he's just a champion. Thing is, if he is champion, I don't think he'll face anyone major. There'll be up and coming stars he'll face for the title. But I don't think he quite likes the pressure of the title. Because I don't know how long Roman's going to be back for, because he's going to go and make Street Fighter soon, I believe. So he'll probably do his main, what's it called? What is it? His SummerSlam match of some sort, which is already not as good as it probably was going to be to him. Not quite sure what they're going to go with, because Jey Uso and Roman Reigns versus the Bronze is not the most appealing SummerSlam match, if I'm brutally honest. It's there. Not the thing I want to go and watch. I would watch Roman versus Braun 1-on-1. That would be unbelievable potential. Right, so we did get our 3 genies. We're going to actually try and finish the genies in this next run. So, first things first, let's put the genies together. Then we will take out the top 3 for now. This team doesn't matter too much. And also, if anybody is new, we do a giveaway box. So when we do our races on Sundays, each game will have a box similar to this with all shinies in it that you can claim if you win. This week we're going to be doing a race in Pokemon Violet, where we will be catching as many poison type Pokemon as possible. Now, it was actually the dex entries I needed to look at. Right, okay, we go this way, we can go. Yes. Landorus needs to do Sand, Seer, Storm, Agile, and Strong Style and Extra Century. Please say you've got all these moves, please, Landorus. Good, you've got those moves and you've mastered them. Right, what is next? It is Thunderous is Wild Bolt, Storm and Extra Sensory, and Tornadus is Bleak. Okay, that seems pretty easy to remember. Check move, check summary. Be easier to do it this way. Yes, you have them all, and you have them both. That's good. Right. That sounds very toxic. Which part of it? I've lost track of what I say. Oh my god, a shaman. No. Where shall we go? We're going to go for the Pedalils, I think. Because then we can also do unknowns. That'll be easy. But I want to get all of these genies finished so I can get an Amorous today. The poison hunts are very good, yes. Because my other little sort of rule is the person who wins can now pick what we go and do. And ironically won the Legends Arceus one, and he picked poison types. The worst thing is I don't have the shiny charm in that save, so it's going to take me a while. I don't have any of the encounter sandwiches set up, if that makes sense. I haven't really ever done any of the research for that. Okay, this resistor, we'll do the agile on this. Probably survive, right? Can you survive one? Good, good, good. And we need to do one of these. So the winner of the poison one gets to pick the route in Sword and Shield for next week. Or no, actually the week after, because we're going to do a double round. I could, I guess, do the winner gets to pick the game we do the card version in. But I think it's not really much to pick from if we do that. So I'm going to just let it be 2 routes when we do Scarlet, when we do Sword and Shield. Or the next race in Sword and Shield. Oh, you missed? What sort of rubbish genie are you? You give me 3 wishes and you only hit 2? Okay. Right. More unknowns. That's fine. You were unaware that I was here. Another one of these. I will do a strong style one next, I think. So I've got to do 1 strong style, but I think I've got to do 3 of these wind moves. Okay, that one's a weak one. Nope. Okay, we did get this one. No, well, went too strong style, wasn't I? That's better. This one's a strong one. Well, they're all electric types, aren't they? And we'll do strong style on this. I think this should have finished. So we will check Tornadus before we leave. Right, Tornadus. That was actually on the right page, so that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so Tornadus is 100% done. Agile is the best move for both of them, or all of them. I think the rest have run away, haven't they? I scared the rest away. Where were the pedals? They're right down there. Okay, we're just going to do a bit of a tour. Because we want to try and find the alphas for these battles, I think. I will say, the other reason why I don't want to do this game too often is because I really hate wearing headphones. They always seem to ache. And yeah, that's the main reason why I don't like them. And what about Ursaring? Can you be? No? I don't have the item for the Ursa rings. Why did I care? Right, we have Pachirisu as an alpha. You can have Landorus as your enemy, because you will probably survive all of the hits and not do much to me. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I didn't think this would be too much of a problem. And we might as well do some of the alpha stuff. That makes a little bit of sense. Like, brilliant. That is what you want to do. Face something that can do next to no damage to you. So you can do all of these. I did used to do the earbuds, but that's what I actually started with, to be honest. But I've just not really designed for headphones, if I'm honest. It's not the sound, it's just the comfort. I just find them very, very uncomfortable all round. And we don't want to waste. Okay, we wasted one. Okay, it did a lot more damage to me than I thought it would. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's more of a habit, like, during certain events that happened in the world, everyone had to wear certain extra facial coverings, shall we say. I did a lot of walking around with a snood right up to about here, and I used to just put earphones in when I was at work. That was how I got through most of that. So that's 4, 8. That's done, actually. So we need to do Thunderous next, and then we're done. And that's actually surprisingly good, how quickly we've done this. So this is what I mean by some of these tasks are actually really easy. There was a tree there. I'm sorry, Burmy, you're going to have to be Tree Victim #1. And that's the wrong Pokemon. And the main reason I wore snoods over proper masters because I do have a little bit of asthma and I used to have to walk like 10 miles a day at the old job, so I needed something. There was no way I could have done that in a proper mask, sadly. And we might as well use these because they're just angry. They are just angry. If they're angry, they're easier to deal with because they will always just keep going for you. I want to do 3 agile moves and I think then we're good. What have you done to my sleep? I get you. I didn't wear them, so I stayed inside. I've said that a long time because I used to play a lot of Football Manager. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Some of the hours I've clocked up in that game is ridiculous. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I got to do one more extra century. You know what you'll do? You're against a poison type, you'll die quickly. It's one of those that, because there was other things of entertainment, everyone just sort of jumped on the bandwagon of them, like your Skypes, your etceteras. And it's not so much about whether you're good or bad at the games, isn't it, streaming? It's more about how good or bad you are at getting on with chats and stuff. The main reason I've stopped Football Manager is, well, there's 2 reasons. One is the games are getting too powerful for my laptops. I did have 24, but the other reason I actually stopped is because of the Brexit rules. They've kind of ruined how I enjoy playing the games. I used to like just buying a lot of young talent, buying them, selling them, running it like a business rather than just signing the best players. And I kind of got very annoyed that I couldn't really do anything. I could never sign enough players that I wanted to, and then, yeah, the Brexit rules are so stupid. I wish you could almost switch them off. Definitely ruined the experience for me. Because I usually always was top 9, let's be honest. But I actually achieved the unthinkable with Tottenham. And that was actually breaking the league appearance record with a player once. I don't know how I did it, but I had some like 16-year-old regen come through and he was so good. He was in the team at 16 and he was still at the club at like 35. And I needed him to play nearly every game of the last season. And yeah, we did it. It's so hard to do with Tottenham. It's just the smart way of running a business. Buy cheap, sell for expensive. There's no point running it like Chelsea and just spend 1.5 billion on players and then do a sob story, cheat and sell yourself a club. Let's be honest. Chelsea are pretty much... I think Chelsea are actually worse for their finances than Man City. I think that could be controversial to say, but I think Chelsea are worse with what they've done. And they've done it in the view of everyone. Like selling your women's club for 200 billion or whatever, 200 million, when the players are worth about 10. And then selling it to yourself to clear up your PSR. Like them, Villa, Everton and Newcastle did ridiculous cheating with the selling players for a lot of money last season as well. Yes, Harry is our star. I the thing I like doing in the last save was I generally sold Sun in the end of the first season because the Saudis love Sun, so that's like 130-40 million, and I could build like a whole new team. There was something I always request with Football Manager. Well, there's two things. One is I'm a stat person. I like seeing, like, even when we watch football nowadays, like, you go along and it's like, Son is now ranked third of Tottenham's all-time goal scorers, or something along those lines. They never show you the top fives, the top tens, for things like appearance, goals, and stuff. And I think that would be really interesting to see as a manager and a player of the game, instead of it being like they're number one now. So okay, don't really care. And like you see, like they always show like the top 10 goal scorers of all time, or they put out a load of stats, and I want them to put that in the game because they'll be evolving stats as well. So they start at a base number, so they're always going to be perfect at the start of the game. That's something I really wanted them to put in. And the other thing I always say is I want them to do... I called it sandbox mode, but basically you start the game and you can click the option no one is injured for any club, or no suspensions, so you start the season fresh. If your player gets injured after one training session, that's bad luck, it's a bad dice roll. But the amount of times I've started a game where a player is out for 6 months, it's like I have to buy someone to actually fill the gap, and then I don't need the other one. I wish they could do something like that. I don't think it's that difficult to put in either. And yes, it's a realism thing, that's why I say it should be an option, not something that's there from the start. Yeah, they're always overrated. I think that's the way most people look at it. It's still not as bad as the old days when you could get to Madeira and the Kim Kallstrom era of the game. We were going to look at these pedal weren't we? That I completely skipped. But the key thing was we did the genie stuff, so... And last year would have been a great year to play as Spurs, because I always liked the first season in the Europa League, so you can use the squad more. That makes sense, rather than... yeah, I prefer using the whole squad rather than Champions League. You've kind of got to use the best. Because I do love the new European leagues, if I'm honest. I think they're actually really good. Okay, well, they don't look like they're going to be shiny, so we've done the unknowns. Yeah, we can leave. We've done all of the genies, so now we can do the next chapter. Hello, Wolfie. How are you today? We beat the big boss in this game. We are just hunting for genies now. Well, we've got 3 of them. So we just need to go and get... So was that actually Pedalil complete? No, Pedalil was already done. Kroger might just got beat. This game means you've got to do a lot of research on all of the Pokemon, and it takes a long time. And we've sort of been stumbling through it, to say the least. We've probably got about half of it done, but we've got some of the difficult ones done, which I think is important. I'm going to take the genies to see that lady, otherwise she may not talk to me. I can't remember if I need them in the team or not, or if I just need the research done. But we did get 1 shiny today. This is continuing my trend. I either get them all very early or all very late. But we haven't really been doing too much shiny hunting, to be honest. That's the key thing to note. It's like we've been sort of working on the story. Once we've done this, we've completely finished the story until we've done all of the deck's work. And my plan will be to do each chapter of the deck's work every map I go on, I want to finish 1 deck century minimum. So that's an antique teapot, okay. Do I have to go and get the Enamorous now? Okay. Where can I leave? Can you let me leave? Back to the village. Okay, because we've got to do this, I might just bring my strong team in. What have you done? Okay. Does that mean it's holiday time, or is it just they are getting older? Or getting to the stage where they want to run around and enjoy the hot weather? Now, we'll put these genies away now. I don't need them again. They can go in the bin with the other legendaries. We don't care. That's the new motto of the channel. We don't care about legendaries. You can go there. Okay, we'll do it this way. We'll bring the strong team out for the Enamorous. So yeah. That'll be fine. Yeah. Don't need to worry. Right, we need to go back to the Maya lands. We'll do the thing where we'll check the unknowns and then we'll go and do this Enamorous. I will say, yes, I definitely want to cut this game down to once a week. Maybe twice when it comes to races. Because at the end of the day, the shiny hunting is easy enough. I want to really push myself into doing some dex hunting, or dex nav. Never really done it. But okay, none of you are special. Why are you not special, letters? Right, now we'll go and face this other genie. And see what we get. So far we have caught ourselves a blue dragonfly. Where are you? Why aren't you here? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Right next to the stun tank. Great. Don't you see me, stun tank? Please say that stun tank did not see me yet. Pop. Okay, we're going to beat everything here. That's probably not the best thing to use against this. But if we can one-shot it with a Moonblast, we'll just go strong start, should be fine. Oh, it survived on one. I swear this did more damage than Volo. And it poisoned me. Of course it did. Oh dear. It's trying to make these headphones comfortable. Okay, that should now give me a chance. Now, smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. Another smoke bomb. That did, okay, it did do it. Oh, dive, dive, dive. Did it see me? It didn't see me. Let's go again. Go again. Run away! Behind a rock. Okay, it can scare me through a rock. Is it going to do its windy stuff? No. Okay. So this looks perfect now, because that means we can... Okay, that's not the thing I wanted to press. This. We can now sneak up on the fella and go bop. And then we can throw you out. And then we can just throw balls at it. Throw your balls at the Pokemon. Actually, I need to go and get Giratina as well, don't I? I forgot that was a thing I needed to do. Is it just in the cave? Do I have to do something to trigger that? That's good, it's used one of its moves. Don't mind that. Let's use 2 of them. That's actually brilliant, because that's 6. One more of them, it's 6 points. I think. I can't remember actually. But yeah. Just been lurking. Okay, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting shinies. Okay. Which shinies are you after? We are doing the genies at the moment, because they're taking ages to get. No, we beat Volo earlier today, which was pretty comfortable, to be honest. And yeah, we just want to finish the story, and then we're going to go and do all the deck stuff, get the shiny charm, and then we'll start hunting. But welcome into our attempted switch to Living Form Dex challenge, where we're going to try and build a brand new Living Form Dex from scratch, with brand new saves and everything. So far we have done Violet Sword and Legends Arceus. And we can go back to our shout-out. So if you want to watch some Fortnite, maybe some Jackbox, you can follow along with Sarah. I got distracted with the stories and forgot all my shout-outs. I think we did like 3. And this thing's being difficult. Boy. From Belgium. That one will be next. Okay, this one's being difficult to catch. What is up with it? Why is it being difficult? The others, 1 ball caught. Come on, Anamarus, just stay in the ball. You know you want to. I've got the rest of your genie friends. Join us. Join us! And this is why nobody likes the 4th genie. You're a pain, and you're horrible, and you're the most forgettable new Pokemon in the history of Pokemon. Yep, I said it. Yep, definitely. Nobody wants this Pokemon ever again. Yes, I don't think it can actually do much to this Pokemon. Couple of crunchies. A couple of little crunchies. Go again. Catch. Well, thank you for the follow, Jameson. Welcome in. How are you doing? We are doing the Switch to Living Shiny Dex challenge, where we started brand new games with the simple concept of trying to build a living form dex from scratch, where we interact with the viewers what we're hunting for. At the moment we are just dealing with the genies, so we can get to the Arceus basically. Once we get to Arceus, we will then start a BDSP run, and somehow this Anamarus just won't stay in the ball. But we've got to do all the dex research, and it's taking a while. So we're kind of just sort of plotting through the games. This is a stream exclusive challenge. So yeah. Yes, somebody has nicknamed me the Bob Ross of Pokemon. Apparently. But the idea is just to sort of do this with everybody who would like to shiny hunt, make it a bit more interactive. Like, one of the things with Pokemon shiny hunting is it can be quite lonely at times. Like, I don't enjoy doing it on my own. So I wanted to do this so it's opened up things so everyone can join in. On Sundays we try to do little races. Not getting too far with them. We've done 2. we doubled the number involved on the second one. This weekend we're going to do Scarlet and Violet, hunting for poison types only. Which should be fun. We bounced through all the games. So we did Sword and Shield, a route exclusive hunt. Last week was PLA, where we were locked to one map, which was the Cornet Highlands. And this week we're doing, like, the winner gets to pick the stipulation for the next race as such, within, like, the boundaries of what I want to do. So Sword and Shield will always be a route hunt. Legends Arceus will be one map, and Scarlet and Violet will be a choice of... the choice is either going to be a type or, again, a location. But it's sort of up there, so everyone, as I say, the winner picks. If they don't want to pick, I will spin a wheel and we end up with that. But every fourth Sunday, we do something where we basically... I've got some, like, old, unwanted bulk Pokemon cards, and the race is basically to see how many shinies from that selection we get randomly drawn one at a time that we can get. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. There's also this giveaway box. There'll be one in each game, that if you win the race you can claim something from it. So yeah, the idea is to make it a very, very interactive sort of shiny hunt experience that everyone can just take part in, as much or as little as they want. They can just watch, they can take be the person trying to win everyone. Like, for me, the more that you jump involved with the shiny hunting, the more you kind of enjoy it. It pushes you to maybe go for something you've been putting off. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I do it. I've joined in with other people doing other events, and I really enjoy that more than just watching a stream. It's like, so what shall I do? I'll watch this stream. Oh, they're shiny hunting, and it's like, I want to do some shiny hunting. And then that person then has, these are the targets to win. So, oh, that's fun. I'll jump in and do that. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. We let chat help pick nicknames, so we have monthly nickname themes. So this month is chocolate/chocolate brands and stuff. So we've got some weird nicknames so far, to say the least. But yeah, we change the theme each month. Last month we started with countries, but because we were playing the games from scratch, we didn't really get much time to shiny hunt, if we're honest, because, well, you can tell you had to... Scarlet and Violet was a lot of work. We're also building a brand new living dex from scratch as part of the challenge in that game. So we haven't actually finished the living dex yet, but we have finished Area 0. We can go around and do blueberry barbecue points, but we haven't done the barbecue stuff yet. There is also Wolfie, who does a lot of Fortnite Phasmophobia as well. I believe that's... Oh, we got one more. But we also do have a Discord where you can come along and take part in a few games. In your stone tag in your recent better be Mars. Sadly, it wasn't picked as Mars. They picked Cadbury. I think do we have a Mars? I can't remember. I forgot. I've got the list of everything in Discord except for today's shiny, which was the Yanma, which is called Jaffa Cake. So I basically try to take a photo with all of the shinies we get, and in the Discord there's a list. I actually can't remember. I think I just ended up sticking with Cadbury because I was sick and tired of people picking Cadbury for every single one. That's the thing, like, because the challenge is sort of presented. We'll go through. I'll just go through my list. Just got the Discord ready. So that actually, we're going to go and check the Empoleon actually. So far in the order we get. What did we? So yesterday we got Aero the Spinarak. We got Milky Way the Malgligar, Cadbury the Stuntank, Snickers the Squovit, the Milky Bar Kid, the male Eevee, Dime, the female Magikarp, Whisper, the female Gligar, Toblerone, the Carcol, Rolo, the Dedenne, Kinder, the Plusle, Terry, the Electabuzz, Galaxy, the Ghastly, and After Eight, the Minun. Oh, and Crocodile was the Crocodile. In the last month we did country, so we got Hong Kong, the Scatterbug, Egypt, the female Shinx, Zimbabwe, the male Cricketoon, Sweden, the male Cricketot, China, the Chingling, and Bhutan, the female Cricketot. Because we're also doing gender differences, because why not? We're also doing one Mega and one Gigantamax form. Yes, it kind of depends who's in chat. I'm trying not to do any myself because I personally hate doing nicknames. But I try and pick a theme to sort of guide people to help with some wacky selections, which we're getting. I did pick the Eevee one. I picked Milky Bar Kid because it was either going to be Dream, if it was a female, for the Cadbury's Dream Bar that we used to have. Or I thought Milky Bar Kid just kind of fitted Eevee, kind of funny. But yeah. But as I say, everything we do is exclusively the stream stuff. So I can shiny hunt in other stuff offline, but it either goes in my original vault, or I basically have an original shiny living dex. Yeah, I get that. Like, I wanted to do this sort of idea so I could look back and go, look at this theme we've got going this month. And so when we look back over the years, because this will take a long time, let's be honest. If I look back in 6 months, I can look at the different nickname themes and know when I caught things, when we had good runs, etc. So that's kind of why I've done it like that. And I think it works. Like next month I'm picking streamers. And there is also Bradlow, who does a lot of Pokemon and Mario Kart and other community games. I knew I forgot to do these at some point, but I'll jump back into them. Because we're pretty much new to all this, like, well, I say new. We only got affiliate in February, so that's why I mean new. I've kind of designated all of my streams to be some form of challenge. Monthly challenges were the main goal. We did 31 hours in this game, so an hour each day on each map. We did 100 sandwiches, which wasn't fun after about 50. We tried to hunt every dark type in March. We did a little bit of a DA challenge in April to see how many shinies we could get in DAs. We did 400 DAs and I think we got 17 shinies, but 5 were legendaries. So, but if you do want to follow along with the challenge, you always are welcome to where we have our Discord. That tree was definitely shaking a minute ago. It's the only reason we came here. We may look to change what time we do the races. I've got to figure out what is best. That's the only thing that's currently planned to be changing. But we make all the VODs go online whenever we complete any of these tasks. Like, well, not just to look back and see how well we did. Because some days are going to be terrible. Mainly the Sword and Shield days, because random encounters are very hard to come by. Violet, because we're doing the Dex entry stuff, I haven't got Herba, haven't really started doing encounter sandwiches yet, so we've not really done any focused hunting, but we did take advantage of the Plusle and Minun event, because that tunnel is horrible, and I hate it. I'm pretty much coming here for the Dusk Noir. That's the only reason I am here. Because I think it's a pain to get this one done. You probably won't stay in the ball either. But whatever. Okay. That's good. So we got Giratina. Let's see if Giratina is complete. And then we have officially done all of the legendary stuff, right? I think that's how it works. Because it did a lot of moves to me, so I feel like that should have been the research done. Yeah, so I can't really do too much more. Except research now. Just fine. But most of the time when we do Sword and Shield, we'll be doing a lot of DAs. But I have got to find time to set up a Shining Pearl save so I can do radar hunting. I've given up any hope of ever caring enough to do Let's Go. I'll be honest, it's just too annoying. But we have Route 1 set up, we have a lot of balls and laws, so we could go for that again. Also, I want to set up a Scarlet save for the Area Zeros, and I want to set up a Shield save so I can do the Swords of Justice. So I will actually have to finish that save. I don't want to finish my Sword save so that Pokemon don't over level, pretty much. If you're not champion, Isle of Armor's level scaled right down nicely. So is what's it called? So is the wild area. So I'm cheesing it a bit. Right, so we want to put Giratina in the team. And no worries, Mr. Belger. I don't think we've actually finished the Apollyon, so no, let's put these away for now. What else can we put in the team? You know what, we'll just leave the Gardevoir. We'll worry about the team next time. We want to get Giratina ticked off, and then we've officially done all of the legends. And what are we up to? We're up to 118. And we said Giratina needs to do basically one Shadow Claw and an Agile and a Strong Style move, and Giratina will be done. Well, we might as well have a look at the Magby, right? It's a nice one to get. And we do need to top up the water first, because we've drank way too much. But I do hope that you will enjoy your time here, and along with these, hopefully we could inspire you to shiny hunt some of the more difficult things as well, if you are still interested in shiny hunting. Is there a favourite game that you like shiny hunting in? I know I will openly say, if I had a chance, I would probably do a lot of work in, what's it called? One of the 3DS games. I do want to do more shiny hunting in 3DS games. No, stay down there, silly thing. Go. Why won't you let me send my my ghost demon out here? Yes, it's gonna hurt. I get it, you're an alpha. Oh, I don't have the other move. That's annoying. Bop. By Dust Noir. I would like to think that needs to be beat by a ghost move, but I could be extremely wrong. Yeah, I don't think you stand a chance, little balloon. I imagine an agile one of these will do, and if I do a strong style, that should be enough. I think, yeah, one agile, one strong style. Right, who stole my shiny look? I've used 4 sandwiches for Yangoose, and not one. Is that on your good save as such, rather than anything else? And where are you hunting for it? That is the better question. Have you found a good place to hunt? Or is the game just like, nope, you can have all the other Pokemon first? But the better question is, have you found a Skidoo yet? That's the better question. Have you found a Skidoo? That's where we need to find out all the big answers. Right, where? Yeah, the Magby, I thought it would be over there. Right. Just fly. You also have to take into account that I've done 2.5 hours and got no shinies in the last 2 hours. So it's not just you not getting shinies. It's the curse of the streamer. As soon as you go live, the shinies run away. On my personal save, we're making the shiny level X, not my Twitch one. Inlet Grotto. I hate that area so much. So, I know it sounds a bit silly, but there's a little area a bit further out from where you were hunting yesterday that I think is relative. I know you might get Starlies there, or maybe Rooketies. No, Rooketies not normal, is it? But I think that area is not too bad. That's where I got a random one in the past. But as long as you don't go too far. Because Skidoo's grass, right? Stantler, you might get Stantler, I guess. You just want something with a lot of hordes, don't you? That's the thing. There's sort of like a balanced line between the two. But I guess Inlet Grotto makes sense because with normal, you're guaranteed to only get them. I think she's regretting her decisions here. But she did give me some nuggets, so that's fine. I'm not a nugget! If you know Owen Hart, you'll remember that line. I'm not a nugget! Oh no, we got knocked out! That is no good. Chicken nuggets? No! Owen Hart. And there is also Greaves. Oh, there is someone else I forgot. Greaves actually also does Formula 1. He's been playing the Formula 1 2024 on stream recently. Also does wrestling and Fortnite and Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm, yes. That's the right one. I will learn the name of the game. Very laid back Aussie. You control him with lots of animal noises, which is always fun. Goodra, you're not much good, are you? I'm going to use Shelter. But this is the main reason, like, those sort of ones you're after, like the Yangoos, is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this challenge the way I am. Like, let's face it, not many people are going to go out their way to shiny hunt a Yangoos for the sake of it. And my challenge is there to present me with things that might not be as appealing to shiny hunt. But as I said, one of the things when I get probably, I can't remember it. When you say the Oscar incident, is that the being stupid behind the safety car, then crying because they let Lando win, or the Lego incident, or was something else happen? Yeah, I get Max's frustration with it because Russell did the same thing and didn't get punished. But it's one of them where, like, I got confused why the safety car came out so much, because it just came out because it was raining at one stage, didn't it? Oh, go away. Yeah, he was a bit stupid to do it. Like, he had the race in the bag. Max was never really going to overtake him. He's just trying to play the mind games, but then we know from the past and the reason why they changed the rules, Max plays a lot of mind games as the car behind the safety car. If you remember the times when he would literally drive next to the other car because he was technically still behind. So it's a bit of trying to get back at Max a bit, but it was a bit stupid, really. But it was nice that they actually gave like full penalties. I kind of think he got the penalty more because they probably looked at Russell's and went, yeah, guys, you're not doing anything remotely similar to this. Not saying Russell didn't do enough wrong, but if you get what I mean, it's like, yeah, we're not having you do this again. Next time you will get a 10-second penalty. And the first time someone did it just happened to be Oscar. I think if Russell did the same speed drop again, he would get the same penalty now. But that's the thing now. Everything is so, I've got to win or I'm not racing anymore. And they want to try things to get a little bit off the next person. And I don't know, like the safety car situations are always a bit of a mess. They never really know what to do. Like we see it even in qualifying, they do the same sort of nonsense where they all slow down and make it impossible for anyone to overtake, and then they moan that they don't get a lap in. So there's a lot of controversy about it all, really. Just needs a little bit of a calm head. Okay, I think that's actually all of them, isn't it? Nope, there is how many here? Oh, there is 4 here. Is that Ninetale shiny? No. I didn't realise. I didn't think he did it on the first one. Because the thing is, if he did it on the first one, then why didn't he get a 5-second on the first one? I don't think he would have got 10 seconds if Max hadn't spun as well. I think he may have just got the 5 seconds. Because that much made it even worse, the fact that Max then went and spun out pretty much and ruined the race for himself. Like Max could have arguably won that race if he hadn't done that. Or if he hadn't managed to spin because he had done that. Because then he would have had the advantage when it came to the pit stop, wouldn't he? If that makes sense. But at least it was a bit more interesting of a race where lots of things were happening. It was just... It's very difficult with all of it now. Like, they're all so petty. Like, you remember when Max did the yellow flag thing and caught someone out, where he saw it and he basically told someone off for doing it, or told the FIA that he did it, so why aren't they getting punished? And like, he did the same with Lando when he messed up his start and went too far forward. He's like, why isn't he in his box? Just sort of, they all do it. They make a point, and Max makes more of a point of it. More harsh. Yeah, okay. Well, you never know with wet weather, though, do you? Like, Lando could have got a bit too aggressive trying to get Max, but in the end, Lando didn't really have to do anything to win the race. He just let Oscar took his penalty, and Oscar took the penalty and Max span out, and then Lando just happened to be first. That was pretty much the race. And that was the sad thing about it. Like, that's about 3 races now this season Lando's won because everyone else has made a big mistake. And that's how you win race. That's why Russell is doing well this year. He's just sitting there and letting everyone else mess up and picking up the points. Now let's get rid of this lot. We probably should keep one of you, actually, because we still haven't got a Hisui in one of you. You know, you can come on the team. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not so much that he didn't... It's one of those where you can look at it and go, he didn't deserve to win the race because he didn't actually overtake anyone. But then, at the end of the day, he didn't make any mistakes, and that's why he didn't lose. So the Austria is the one that one was the one he won fair and square. It was There was another one where there was a crash near the end, or a pit stop had gone wrong. And sort of somebody did something wrong near the end, and then it was just him at the front, or there was a virtual safety car that he could pit under and he gained the advantage. One of those races earlier this year. But I can't remember the exact details. Oh, I haven't got... Is it a leaf stone? Is it a leaf stone? Please be a leaf stone. It's probably a sunstone. But that's the other problem with it. Like, you could say Oscar only won because Lando was bad at starting a race and fell behind, and Oscar just took the lead and never gave it back. So I think a lot of us would just like Formula 1 to be a lot more all-round competitive. What are we at? 122. What is the time? Okay, we'll do one more map. So we'll go and get the dart tricks out. We're going to go and work on dart tricks. We're going to work on things in order. As I don't have the thing to evolve you, you can sit in here. There is a grubbin in the chat. Right. What did we need to do with dart tricks? You need to use leafage roost. The thing is, if I do one leafage and then evolve you, you're finished. That's actually not too bad. Change moves. You need leafage to go there. Let's go. We'll go to probably the basic map, I think. No, we'll go to the Mireland, actually. Where is... There we go. We'll go to the Mirelands because we might as well check the unknowns. We'll just encounter everything, see what we need to do on everything, and see how many we get done, really. You know what, I'm going to actually reset till morning. I need sunlight. I want nice weather. Now, with everything is just sort of so overly competitive without feeling as like competitive. Like at the moment in Formula 1, everyone's kind of written the season off. It's like McLaren have won. Fair enough. Max is probably going to Mercedes. Like that, you get what I mean by that. Like when it comes to it, I say the same with a few things now. Like the sports are becoming a bit predetermined, and it's just not as interesting to watch as it once was. Now, Formula 1 has struggled since it got dumped on Sky, if we're honest. It doesn't have the same audience it once had. It blocks off so many people from enjoying it, and a lot of the features are usually boring. It used to be more where you would have 2 or 3 teams in and around the mix. I've always felt, but recently it's just fallen into one team. Like it's always Max's Red Bull or Vettel's Red Bull. Then it was Hamilton and the Mercedes, and they were always so dominant. And the other teams were just, if they were lucky, they would pick up points. The last few years, like Ferrari's been a joke. McLaren's been like the rising stars. Mercedes have stumbled since Abu Dhabi. And Christian Horner's been getting horny in his text messages. And that's pretty much the story of Formula 1. No, I want the horse. That's how it's looked like from the outside looking in. Shiny unknown, please. No, okay. What else is on this map that we could destroy? Now we'll go this way. We like going this way. We know we've done Carnival. We know we've done Psyduck, Badoo. And the other reason I picked this map is I wouldn't mind getting a distortion. And I guess that's probably what makes it lose a little bit more of an appeal. But I don't say I want to see crashes, but you saw more technical problems with the cars. The cars seem to be so reliable at the moment, seemingly, as well. So you're always seeing everyone finish. The back markers don't really try to fight anymore. They're just like, well, I can't win, so I'll just let this person through. And we do need to do stuff to the Ursa ring. I think one could be catching the Alpha, so let's try and get it. Welcome back, Corey. Okay. We did manage to beat Volo with relative ease. And yeah, that's pretty much all we've done, really. We went and got all the genies. So we're back to Dex completion, because we have to. We've got about 103 to 5, maybe 20 done. My plan was to try and finish off Dartrix and whatever's on this map. And that will be it for the day. Combi is done, that's good. And then yeah, what we'll be doing going forward is just working our way around the maps little by little. Is Pachirisu done? I feel like it might not be. Nope, it is done. Okay, that's nice. But like with all sports, Charmeleon, we like to argue about it. I say the same with football. I argue, but I used to argue a lot more. I've calmed down a lot. But as I've said before, I argue the simple state is VAR is not bad. It's the outcome you don't like as fans. I do think it is too slow and it is too opinionated, and that's the problem, because it's an opinion rather than the actual result. There's no cut and dry whether it is or isn't a foul. It's an opinion, and that's the problem. We can't use a fact machine to get an opinion right. We need to catch this. Okay, I guess we'll throw something into it. If I catch this, I will probably finish off Torterra. That's the one. But we haven't got any more shinies either, though, Corey, sadly. We sort of just stumbled into Dex research, because, as we said, we wanted to do all of the genies. And then we kind of wanted to just sort of... well, the genies take ages. Each map is one. Then the Giratina we had to get. Then the other genie. What about Gumi? Have we done Gumi? No, we haven't. Gumi is a food one. Oh, that's interesting. If we go back over here, it might not run away. This one won't run away. Let's get some food for the Gumi. Has this one run away? No. Okay, you might take some food then. I think it was free, wasn't it, I had to do with the Gumi. Alright, Pedal, go away. It's not your food, it's Gumi's food. What's that? That's 4. If I can get this to 6, Gumi is done. That's actually pretty nice. I'll take that. If I can get this to 6, eaten. That's a really weird 8. Why did they pick 8? I could understand 10. Oh no, it got angry at me, did it? Why are they angry at me? Because I fed them. Fine, I'll beat you up with your dad. Gudra will destroy you. You wanted some? Take this. Happy now? Happy? I was happily feeding you, giving you a treat, and you decided to get a fight. Can we Kobe this one? Okay, that is done. What about Sligo? Have we finished Sligo? I feel like probably a no. That's probably the worst spot to land. We'll get into a battle then. We might just spam shelter against this, because then it might do some moves on me. We're even going to do strong style. But yeah, so hopefully this can just do the moves it needs to do on me, so I can tick Sliggoo off as well. Actually, I probably shouldn't use Shelter because it's an obscuring move. But I don't know, it may just keep trying to hit me. That'll be fine. Okay, that was a bad decision. It's a very bad decision. What else have we got? Maybe Empoleon can take a hit. Oh no. That's not the swap button. We will learn the controls. All I gotta say is, Game Freak, when you make new games, can you please keep the controls the same? It would be much appreciated from every fan ever. That is my biggest request. Don't make the map a different button. Don't make the run, the jump, the fly. Just make every control the same. Yes, and also stop shiny locking things. It's even worse when they don't shiny lock them and give you silly limited time event ones. I always make the point that I get very frustrated that I can't do the BDSP, Shaman and Darkrai hunts. You're just completely locked out of even getting them, not even just a non-shiny. That's very frustrating as a fan. This may be the longest battle that's going nowhere, but it's worse when they shiny lock them, but they put the data into the game to get a shiny version as well. Like, everyone has a way to see what the Gen 9 shinies look like that are locked. Let's be honest, they probably all looked, we all have. Because I was asking you about the Zelda because I'm looking for something to play in the evenings when I'm not taking part in people's streams. And the thing is, I don't want to be doing more Pokemon unless I'm doing competitions and stuff. When I'm not doing that, I tend to just potter through sim games, and I'm getting a bit burnt out on them. But I don't want to go and do like a Nuzlocke in Pokemon because I'd end up doing 3 to 4 hours here, then a bit of stuff with the videos, then go and do 3 or 4 hours. But I'm just sort of stuck with different ideas of what I would like to play. I keep looking, I was looking at RimWorld today, it looked quite interesting. I wonder how many of the tasks I just did then. I could look, couldn't I, actually? Did that actually do very little? That did very, very little. Now, I was going to, like, I played a lot of the TCG simulator. I played a lot of the supermarket and the grocery store one. But I want something new, but I also don't have a very good laptop. So I was looking at a factory one, but it turns out that the developer seems to have vanished. That wasn't a good idea, was it? What have I got to do to you? There we got 9. A defeat will do. Okay, we'll just defeat you. But I've got this Switch, and I want to try and finish that Dragon Quest game that I got, but I just can't get into it. Or, you know what I mean? It's one of those, like, I'm really struggling to find something I want to sit and play in the evenings or the afternoons. It's really strange. Because I usually spend most of the morning watching different films, and I've got a lot of work to do tonight for that. So I've got to probably email everybody. I got I've got the PR list for Fright Fest in the end of August, which basically means I have to email everyone on that list and see whether they will send me a screener for the films. There are 78 films being shown at that festival, I think, give or take. Now, I've got a lot of emails to write. Well, I pretty much write the same email but change the movie. But I literally got that list about half an hour before I started here. Some of them I know shouldn't be too difficult. Some will cover more than one. But then I've also now got to fit in at least 2 movies a day before stream. Potentially one after stream as well now. We need to catch you or do something to you. What shall we do? What do you need to get beaten by? Poison moves. Good job we got a Roserade, right? Where did you go? So yeah, that's going to be most of my evening tonight, I think. Writing those emails out. And then making a folder. I've made a spreadsheet of all the movies as well. Just because who doesn't like a good spreadsheet? But it will be my 4th year covering Fright Fest. So I'm kind of looking forward to it again. I want to try and do more than last year, but I also don't. Last year I think I did 50-ish. And to say I was shattered afterwards, I really haven't put too much time into movies since, really. And the worst thing about last year was I had a stag do actually on Fright Fest weekend, and then I had a wedding a couple of weeks after, and it was long work. Hello, welcome back. We did go and face Volo today. Have you managed to beat the Volo yet? I know you were struggling. Or not? Did you decide to take a bigger break from it? I'll be honest, we did do very well. I think we lost 2 Pokemon in the whole fight. We were a little bit higher level than it, but I still think we would have done relatively well. We would have maybe lost 4. But we got 1 shiny today, but that is it. Which was our shiny Yanma, which was about 10 minutes into the stream. And this was probably our last map tour for the day. If we're being honest. What else? We know we haven't done Zubat yet, have we? Get off the horse then. Get off the horse, you stupid thing. Okay. Caught in daylight, catch, defeat, rock move. We do... No, the rock Pokemon died. So I guess we'll just stun and catch. Stun and catch. Where are you going? Come back. Right, we don't need to worry about Rhyhorn. We have done the Rhyhorn stuff. Combi is done. Zubat, as we said, we haven't got a rock move. So there's not much point doing that. Let's see if we can catch the Hunchcrow. Maybe. The amount of Pokemon that need to be beaten by rock moves is stupid in this game. It's why I use Miss Magius, actually. But yeah. Let's go. Okay, nothing there. We don't have too many places left to look on this map, sadly. But yeah, as I said, this is probably my last map run for the day. And yeah, it has been a story-driven session, to say the least. As we went and got all of the genies, got all of the legends, legendary Pokemon's next entries done, because this game is one of those that the legendaries have a large amount of things to do, but there's no reward for doing all of their entries. Actually, we might try and do the Golbat stuff. Golbat is beat with an ice move. One of you has an ice move. You do. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we can beat both of them. It's weird that we haven't finished Zubat, but we've finished Golbat and Crobat. Whatever. Sounds about right for us. But tomorrow we are back in Sword and Shield. So I've got a few things I've got to start planning for in that game. I may continue the stories to unlock the Reggies and do something simple as like 20 encounters a stream before DAs. I may put in a points redemption of go and do 20 soft resets on a Reggie. Which could be annoying because but I also want to farm some Master Balls from the, because I need that. I was speaking to everyone, getting some ideas for a shiny hunting team, and I need to get a shiny hunting team as well. So I may also build that. Like Scarlet and Violet, I am perfect for. I may add some more people to the team, but otherwise I don't need to worry. I've got the team set up. It's Sword and Shield. I've always wondered, like I mentioned, I tried to do Phalanx, Reelaboom, Shinotic as one team I wanted to put together. Like the idea of Shinotic was just strength sap, everything to be really weak, and then sort of do a bit of recovery stuff. But that was Shinotic. It was a weird decision, but I wanted to use it because it's an unusual Pokemon. So that was good. That is all. Sliggoo, as we said, we didn't do very much. Torterra we had to catch, but if we go and beat one with an ice move, no, we need to catch one. What if I just... okay, we'll come back to that. I thought we had done Dartrix. No? Oh no, we evolve it and then it's done. We'll evolve the Dartrix when we get back. I think it's reached the right level. Did we do enough? Maybe. We'll have a look. Dartrix, can you evolve? Yes. So we'll evolve that, and that's the Rowlet lined up. So as we said, next time we do this, which will be Saturday, my goal will be to just work our way through the dexes in order. We're going to pick whatever's at the top, grab one, and yeah, just go and work our way through, complete everything. So we'll just put that one away. I do know what the next two are, and I don't have them. So that's already making it more difficult. You can just sit in there. This team is good because it's got a good range of moves, which could help. Like, yeah, we'll worry about it all next time, I guess. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. As we said, we're back in Sword and Shield tomorrow.